All right. Shalawam, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to Lek out there doing his work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. All right. I pretty much wanted to get into a quick health briefing, on the mineral zinc, which is the male factor. Okay. And, just starting it off, I just want to get into a quick scripture. And this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 29. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. So, it said what? The glory of young men is their strength. Now, we know at the end of the day, well, above all things, our strength, whether it be spiritually, physically, mentally, it all comes from YAHAWASHI. That everything of the earth is of YAHAWASHI, and dealing with our physical strength, certain attributes of it, what primarily deals with our strength, our testosterone levels. Okay, and dealing with the testosterone levels, zinc is a major factor in dealing with your testosterone factors and with your strength in general. So just getting into the mineral zinc. Zinc is a male specific mineral, and why do I say this? Because when you tap into, the research based upon zinc is vital for every organ in the body, and primarily our reproductive systems as us being men, and dealing with the mineral zinc, every time, what's the correct term I can use without being a little too explicit? Basically when, Jake out there, sowing a royal oats, you know what I'm saying? We lose approximately 3 milligrams of zinc every time, which is a lot, So as men, those minerals, that mineral zinc, as well as other minerals, have to be replenished, because if they don't, then that creates, pretty much bad prostate problems for you, man. When the prostate needs approximately 10 times more zinc than any other body part does. So zinc is key to our reproductive system. Now, keep in mind also, that anything that's good for the little head is good for the big head. Okay, if brothers get what I'm saying, anything that's good for the little head is good for the big head. It's all in one. A lot of the different herbs and certain minerals that you may get for the that you may get for the big head is good for the little head. Same, and as well, vice versa. So getting a little more into the zinc, pretty much, zinc is great, for, building up your bones, building up your strength overall, your testosterone levels, and dealing with zinc. It's a key hormone, it's a key mineral, that taps into the hypothalamus, which taps into the pituitary gland and down to the thyroid glands, which is release those masculine hormones in our body, which is known as testosterone. Okay, so it's responsible for a key aspect in the body distributing the correct amount of testosterone within our body. And as I said, in the scripture, the glory of young men is their strength, our youth and our vigor. About us, what I'm saying, us being young and able-bodied men, being able to carry on day by day. And how Esau would get into it, by the time you get 40 years old, what they would have you do, they would have you do a prostate exam, which really isn't necessary in the manner in which Esau does it. There are other ways that you can get that checked, or just in general, you incorporating enough zinc into your diet, you wouldn't have to do all of that, And a couple of key herbs, that brothers can use out there, to incorporate more zinc into their diet. You have burdock root, you have not yellow dock, you have a dandelion, you have horsetail, which otherwise known as shave grass, which is good for the kidneys and the whole reproductive system in general. Certain foods, pumpkin seeds, that would be one of the greatest things. The brothers could definitely, I try to lean away from the pumpkin seeds as much as I used to, because I'm on a specific diet as of now. But for brothers out there, pumpkin seeds is a real one of the best food supplements that you can use to incorporate your daily amount of zinc that you may need. You know, and also too, dealing with the pumpkin seeds, they have a host of many other benefits. They're good for the brain as well, you know, and good to expel worms and parasites out of your system, you know. So pumpkin seeds are great overall. Another thing, sunflower seeds, but I would use the sunflower seeds in moderation, because too much of those sunflower seeds can start to produce estrogen. So you would use the sunflower seeds, you know, proportionately, you know. And another great thing as well, hemp seeds, or, you know, making your hemp milk, or just getting the hemp powder in general, you know what I'm saying? So the primary tool that I would recommend for brothers is the pumpkin seeds, and dealing with the hemp seeds or the hemp powder in general to incorporate more zinc daily within their body. There are other things as well, but those are the main things, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, me researching and things that I have used or that I use now, you know what I'm saying, would be primarily those two things, besides, you know, the other herbs and things of that nature, you know. And also just dealing with zinc in general. Zinc is one of the great minerals that you will need for your bone structure. And dealing with, you know, like the bone structure, you know, like I like to get into as of recently, you know, like it's all about minerals, you know. Esau pushes vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and all these different things, you know, when really it's all about minerals. Esau pushes more so of the vitamin aspect of thing, you know, to make money, you know. As I said in another recent lesson, you know, they would single out a certain specific vitamin, give it to you in a pill form, which is actually synthetic and not really doing too much for your body, you know, but giving your body false reads and, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. They would single out a specific vitamin and sell it to you. Now you could potentially harm yourself by overdosing on a certain vitamin. Certain vitamins you can and certain vitamins you can't. But we know anything in excess is not good for you, you know. So they would single out a specific vitamin, and that vitamin not being coupled with the other minerals that's needed, you know, for it to be in its proper balance, you know. But dealing with like zinc, like the pumpkin seeds and the sunflower seeds, the herbs that I mentioned, and the hemp seeds, the zinc will be in its proper proportions, you know, because at the same time, you don't want to have too little zinc and you don't want to have too much zinc. Now, on the side of having too much zinc, okay, too much zinc will rob your body of copper and not allow your body to properly assimilate the mineral copper. And copper is good for the brain just as well as zinc, but it has to be done moderately, you know, so that's very important. And on the side of, you know, not having enough zinc, you know, overall, our bodies could be deficient in a lot of manners. Go sit down, go sit down. Our body could be deficient in a lot of manners, you know, because zinc is primarily responsible to and boosting our immune system, you know. So that's very important and very vital, you know. So when we don't have enough of that zinc, that, as I was getting into, you know, can cause major prostate problems, you know what I'm saying, as well as heart and liver problems and things of that nature, you know. And it could deal with memory loss and also a loss of hair, you know. And, you know, me going through the research and me starting to look at my own hairline, I started noticing little patches within myself, you know what I'm saying, because of not replenishing those nutrients, you know what I'm saying, after, you know, different things. And, you know, brothers, sowing that royal oats, you know, as I was getting into, not replenishing those minerals can cause these different deficiencies. So if you start to notice certain things or a lack of memory loss and different things like that, one of the options could possibly be that you have a lack of zinc, you know, within your body, you know. So that's very important for brothers to and try to incorporate more within their diet, you know, with those different herbs and those few foods and things that I spoke on. You know, you have other things like spinach and different things like that. Another a great a grain as well, amaranth, you know, quinoa, stuff like that. That's very good and very high in zinc and different minerals as well. You know, and, you know, like I was getting into as well, you know, it's all about minerals. And because when you deal with the bones, you know, bones deal with minerals. Bones don't deal with vitamins, as Esau, you pushes vitamins for every single thing. Esau pushes vitamins more so than they push the minerals, and people really don't pay attention to the minerals that they need. That's why they're so deficient. And Esau knows this by playing constantly upon the minds of the people, because they are the devil that the Bible speaks of, But dealing with the bones, what you have certain minerals like copper plays a factor in your bones, zinc plays a factor in your bones, magnesium, calcium, you have silicon, boron, which is also good for the brain as well, silica, selenium. Those are all minerals, phosphorus, those are all minerals that all pertains to your bone structure, as well as other trace elements and things like that. So dealing with the body, everything is about minerals. So like I said, the primary mineral for our prostate health, for our little head as well as our big head, is the mineral zinc, which will keep us at an optimal state, for us to continue to function and not feel certain deficiencies and abnormalities, within our body, So, with that, I just want to bring a quick last scripture to wrap up with, classic scripture I always bring out at the end of these lessons. Trying to think if there was anything else I had to say as far as that. I was kind of going in the spirit with it. Just things I can remember based off, my research done on zinc. Yeah, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. And, and that's what he got into, getting into that Proverbs 20 and 29, having that strength, having our testosterone about us, is having that proper strength of us being men, and, testosterone is everything. That gives us what, that manly urge, that manly surge that we need on a daily, because we know within this feministic society, Esau pumping estrogen through the waters, different things in our toothpaste, and everything that's out there, even the beer, brothers that may drink beer out there, if that beer contains hops, and you could look it up. Hops is a herb, or other known as lupulo. That's what they primarily use to make beer, and that is highly estrogenic, and you can look that up yourself. That's highly estrogenic. So Esau pumps everything with estrogen, in it, towards our consumption, to demasculate us as men, but we have to know how, through the spirit, how to, study different things, as the scriptures say, study to show thyself approved, and, dealing with the herbs, that's all a part of, the scriptures and our being as us being Hebrew Israelites, this, all this stuff on the earth, everything is of our heritage, except for the things in which, these other heathens, these beasts get into, So, just getting into that, is there anything else that I might have missed out on? Yeah, I believe that's it, so, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, I hope this lesson was edifying, this quick health briefing. Now, brothers, definitely try to incorporate more zinc into that diet, because it is the male factor, which we need every single day, to constantly be replenished, so with that, I hope the segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor of love with true sincerity. Shalawam.